Hello and welcome, round operators. Today we will walk through how to create a quadratic funding round on Gitcoin Grants stack. First, you have to open manager.gitcoin.co and connect your wallet for accessing the manager. The manager is the central hub for creating and managing programs and distributing funds across various rounds and voting mechanisms. Once you've connected your wallet, the next step is to choose the blockchain network for your program. This is a critical choice, as all rounds within your program will be hosted on the selected chain. Think of a program as a container that can hold multiple rounds, each with its unique criteria. However, it's important to note that the chain of the applicant projects doesn't need to match your program's chain. For instance, a project created on the Optimism chain can still apply to a round set up on the Polygon chain. In this tutorial, we'll use the Public Goods Network, PGN, for demonstration purposes. Now, click the Create Program button on the top menu. In the Create a Grant Program page, start with naming your program, perhaps something relevant to your community or the specific cause you're championing. Next to the name field, you'll see Program Chain set to your wallet's current chain. To switch chains, simply change it in your wallet. In the second field of this page, you will add round operators represented by their unique wallet addresses. These are individuals who will have access and related permissions to the program. It is important to note that once a program is created, you will not be able to add more operators, and removing an operator could incur substantial transaction fees. When you click the Save button, the application will prompt you to sign a transaction in your MetaMask, and upon confirmation of the transaction, your program will be created on the blockchain, and you will be redirected to My Programs page. Here you can see your newly created program. Click on any program and you will be taken to that program's details page. You can see the name of your program, shortened wallet addresses of round operators, and the number of round operator wallets. If it is your first time on this page, you will be asked to start a round. Gitcoin has two grants distribution mechanisms you can choose from. 1. Direct grants, for distributing grants in a designated pattern. 2. Quadratic funding, for distributing grants with a quadratic methodology. We will create a quadratic funding round today, so select quadratic funding and click the Create Round button. This will take you to the Create a Round page. Here, the first field will be the name of your round. Let's set a scenario to make this more relatable. Picture this. Out of the blue, a special round is announced, exclusively for those who've been part of the Green Pill Round Managers training cohort and the Round Manager Writers cohort. In this scenario, we could name our round Green Pill Round Managers Round. This name is clear and captures the essence of our community. Here you can also see that the program chain is used for this round and is immutable. The next two fields focus on applicant support. First, we have the support input field, where you'll choose how you want to receive support requests. For simplicity, let's go with email as our input type. Make sure you enter a valid contact information here. This step ensures that applicants know exactly how to reach out to your team if they need any help or guidance. In the following fields, we have two types of dates to decide on: application dates and round dates. Between the start and end dates of the application period, the applicants will be able to reach out the application form. The start date of your application period cannot be the current date. Round dates are when the donations will happen. Round dates don't have to wait for the application window to close. You could have your round starting on, say, November 12th, even while applications wrap up on November 15th. In fact, by checking the Enable Rolling Applications box right under the Start Date field, you can accept applications until the round ends. Keeping this feature checked helps in many cases that you would need to make last-minute changes. The two radio buttons at the bottom are to set your round to a public or private round. If you set the round to a public one, your round will be listed on explore.gitcoin.co in the Explore Rounds tab along with other public rounds. If you decide to keep it private, only the people with the link to the round page will be able to see it. Click Next and let's start filling in the funding details. On this page, we will start by selecting our payout token and the available amount of the selected token for the matching funds. Select the token you want to use for the payouts. The tokens in the drop-down list might differentiate according to the selected program chain. Then, enter the amount of this token you've set aside for the matching funds. Matching pool section consists of a yes or no selection and an input field. If you click the Yes button, the input field will get activated and you can input the percentage of the matching cap you want. This will cap the percentage of your overall matching pool that a single grantee can receive. You can adjust the matching cap later from the Round Details dashboard. If we set the matching cap at 10%, a maximum of 10 projects could be fully funded in a given scenario, assuming equal distribution of funds. However, if we lower the cap to 5%, each project stops receiving funds after reaching this limit, allowing more than 10 projects to benefit from the remaining 50% of the pool. This approach enables broader support, reaching a larger number of projects. In the next section, you will select if you want to use a minimum donation threshold for each donation to be eligible for matching. Setting a $1 threshold helps prevent spam and encourages more thoughtful donations. It's a simple but effective way to ensure each contribution is meaningful. The last option to select in this page is Sybil Defense. Gitcoin offers Sybil protection by Gitcoin Passport. Gitcoin Passport is an identity verification application. Gitcoin Passport acts as an aggregator of decentralized society credentials, proving your trustworthiness without needing to collect personally identifiable information. This process transmits more Sybil resistance out to the entire ecosystem. Also, starting in Gitcoin Grants 19, Grant Stack will have a new Passport sliding scale system in place, which adjusts the matching amount your donations are eligible for based on your Gitcoin Passport score. There is a link in the description of this video where you can learn more about Gitcoin Passport. When you click Next, you'll be taken to the round eligibility page. The information entered here is crucial as it will be the first thing applicants see before starting their application. It's important to make this information clear and concise, outlining the key eligibility criteria and any other essential details applicants need to know. This could include the scope of the project, target participants, funding limits, or specific requirements they must meet. Here's how the round eligibility page will appear to the applicants. Moving on, we arrive at the review information page. This is where project owners will compile the necessary details to complete their application. It's important to pay close attention here because some of the information provided, especially personal identifiable details, will be stored and may be publicly visible. The page is divided into 3 key sections. First is the project information section. It's where applicants will provide the project name, website, and a brief description. While the project logo and banner are optional, including them can offer a visual representation of the project and help it stand out. Second is the project social section. This part is all about connectivity. Applicants will have the option to include their project's Twitter and GitHub links. We can adjust these fields to be mandatory or optional, depending on the round's scale and requirements. For larger rounds, requiring social media details can offer an additional layer of Sybil protection. In smaller rounds, organizers might opt to make these optional, tailored to the needs of their specific round. Third, and the last one, application questions section. Here we will create the questions that the applicants will need to answer in their application. While the payout wallet address is fixed, other questions can be modified or new ones added. As a side note, it's important for applicants to know that if the program is running on a chain like PGN that doesn't yet support safe wallets, they should use an EOA wallet instead. When you're ready to add or modify questions, click the Add or Edit buttons. This will open up a modal and let you select the question type and populate the necessary fields that correspond to it. The form also lets you control options to mark questions as mandatory or optional, aligning with what you require from applicants. For added confidentiality, encryption is available on the responses. Selecting encryption, however, will prevent the information from being visible on the Explorer. After configuring your questions and settings, simply hit Add to lock in the updates. Once the final step of setting up your round is completed, you can launch it by clicking the Launch button. This action will prompt you to confirm a blockchain transaction. Upon confirmation, congratulations, your round is officially deployed and you'll be redirected to the Program Details page. On the Program Details page, you'll find a list of your running rounds. To access the details of your newly created round, click on it. You will land on the Round Details page, which serves as the operational hub for round managers. Here, round operators manage various aspects of the round such as reviewing, accepting or rejecting applications, editing round settings as needed, viewing important round statistics and results, or funding the round contract. At the end of the round, tokens can be distributed to the applicants from the Fund Grantees section, and leftover funds can be reclaimed from the Reclaim Funds section by the round operators. It's important for round operators to understand that any changes made after the initial deployment of the contract will require a new transaction. This transaction is necessary to update the contract's state on a new block in the blockchain. Operators should factor in this need for additional transactions when planning updates or changes to the contract post-deployment. Before we wrap up, Here is another pro tip to keep in mind. Consider handling application approvals and rejections in bulk. This strategy simplifies the process and significantly reduces the number of transactions you need to perform, which can be a real advantage in terms of time and cost management. With this final piece of advice, you're now equipped with some key strategies for effectively managing your quadratic funding round. For those looking to deepen their understanding, we recommend watching our How to Use the Round Manager dashboard tutorial next. It offers detailed insights into navigating and utilizing the dashboard effectively. And if you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Feel free to like, share, and drop any questions you might have in the comments below. Thanks for watching.